There was once a boy named Victor, full of life and always the first to laugh in class. He had this beautiful energy, the kind that lit up a room before he even said a word. Whether it was storytelling time or lunchtime, Victor was right in the center of it all, smiling, joking, sharing snacks, and leading the loudest sing-alongs. Victor had a friend. Her name was Zara. She was a little quieter, more thoughtful, and had the most curious eyes. Zara didn't like crowds much, but she loved learning, loved helping others, and she always knew how to make you feel better just by sitting close to you. They had been classmates since nursery, and even though they were different in many ways, Victor and Zara shared a bond, not the loud, showy kind, but the kind that comes from simply understanding each other. One Tuesday morning, everything seemed normal. The sun peeked through the windows of room 5B. The birds outside chirped like they always did, and the classroom was filled with chatter as usual. But Victor, he noticed something. Zara wasn't in her usual seat. He looked around, and there she was, at the back of the classroom, alone, staring at her desk. No doodles on her notebook, no quiet humming, no warm smile. Victor tilted his head. That wasn't like Zara. During playtime, Victor raced to the swings like he always did. Halfway through his second push, he paused. He glanced over at the tree by the fence, and there she was again, sitting quietly on the bench, arms folded, looking at the sky like it was trying to tell her something. Victor hopped off the swing and walked over. "Hey," he said, plopping beside her. "Wanna come play?" Zara shook her head slowly. "Not today." Victor stared at her for a moment. "You okay?" She nodded, but it wasn't a real nod. It was the kind of nod kids give when they don't want to talk about it. Victor didn't push. Instead, he sat with her. For the next few minutes, they just watched the leaves dance in the breeze. No words, just presence. And for Zara, that was enough. But Victor couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The next day, Zara barely said a word in class. During lunch, she didn't eat her favorite banana sandwich. She just picked at the edges and stared at the floor. That evening, Victor went home quieter than usual. He didn't even finish his jollof rice, and that said a lot. "Victor?" his mom asked, brushing his hair gently. "What's on your mind?" "It's Zara," he whispered. "She's not okay." His mom gave him a knowing look. "What makes you say that?" "She's too quiet," Victor said, "and she didn't eat her lunch, and she doesn't want to play anymore." His mom paused. Sometimes people carry things inside that they don't know how to say. The best thing you can do is notice and care. Victor thought about that all night. The next morning, he took out one of his favorite books, the one about the little mouse who wanted to fly. Zara loved that story. She said the mouse reminded her of herself, quiet but brave. Victor slipped the book into his backpack. At school, he found Zara in the same spot, back of the class, head down. He didn't say anything. He just placed the book gently on her desk and sat beside her. Zara looked up. Her lips trembled slightly, and for the first time in days, she whispered, "Thank you." Later that day, during art class, the teacher told everyone to draw how they felt. Most children painted rainbows, sunshine, and big smiling stick figures. Zara drew something different. A little girl sitting under a cloudy sky. Next to her, a boy holding an umbrella over her head. When the teacher asked who the boy was, Zara simply smiled and said, "Victor." That afternoon, Victor finally heard the truth. Zara's mom had been taken to the hospital. She was very sick. Zara's dad had been too busy, and her big brother had gone away for university. She had been feeling scared and invisible. No one noticed, but Victor did, because sometimes noticing is love. The teacher gathered the class and gently explained what Zara had been going through, without sharing too much. She encouraged the children to be kind, to reach out, and to care even when people don't ask for it. From that day, everything changed. Zara didn't suddenly become loud or full of jokes, but her smile returned, slowly, like the morning sun. And Victor, well, Victor became the boy who noticed. The boy who sat with his friend in silence when she couldn't find the words. The boy who reminded everyone that kindness isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, gentle, and soft, like a hand resting on your shoulder. And do you know the most beautiful part? That one act of sitting beside a friend, of bringing a small book, or of choosing to see someone, it didn't just help Zara, it changed the whole class. Because after that, more children started noticing. They asked each other, "Are you okay?" They listened more. They shared their crayons without being asked, and even the class bully started saying sorry when he bumped into someone. All because one boy noticed one girl. And one day, maybe you will notice someone too. And when you do, don't look away.
How can you be feeling so low when the stars are shining so bright? And how can you feel so alone when you are surrounded by the light? How can you be feeling so low when the stars are shining so bright? And how can you feel so alone when you are surrounded by the light? Oh, don't you know how you can fly? Oh, just open your wings, open your mind. Oh, I see you. Just look me in the eyes. How can you be feeling so low when the stars are shining so bright? And how can you feel so alone when you are surrounded by the light? How can you be feeling so low when the stars are shining so bright? And how can you feel so alone when you are surrounded by the light?
Hello, friends! Did you enjoy our story? Ask your grown-up to subscribe so you can join me on the next adventure. See you soon!